Hello, and welcome back to Road Talk with Cade. Today in my life is August 9th, 2026. One of my New Year's resolutions this year was to do 4 72-hour fasts. So today, it's about 4:50 p.m., and I'm about to eat my last meal of venison brats, asparagus, carrots, and potatoes. After I eat this meal, we're going to enter a 72-hour fast that's going to last from Sunday night at 5 p.m. until 5 p.m. on Wednesday night. I thought it'd be a good idea to share with you guys the experience of what a 72-hour fast is like and how it affects my body and my mental state through it and throughout it after, and how I feel after the experience. So come along with me. I'll meet you guys back in the morning after this experience gets kicked off.
Ugh. Good morning. It is now roughly 8 a.m. on August 10th, the morning of August 10th. I'm currently drinking my Yukon elderberry tea breakfast, and I'm out for a morning hike. We've been having some very consistent weather here in Asheville the last 2 weeks to 3 weeks. You can actually see there's a bunch of storm damage behind us here. It's been basically upper 60s every morning, and then in the day it gets up to a high about 80 to 85, and then it rains in the afternoon. And there's been some pretty nasty storms that have ran through here and knocked a lot of these trees down, as you can see behind me. So far, this is the exact same way I would start my day almost every day. So there's no real update currently, outside of the reason I start my fast at 5 p.m. the night before is because we are currently 13 hours into the fast, and I've had to do no work. So we're about almost to the point where we're 20% done with the fast, and it's just a normal day to me. The first time that there will be a tinge of difference in my day-to-day outlook is around 11 o'clock today, when I would normally eat lunch. So I'll probably update you around there again. But for now, I got to get back. I got to go shower and start my work day because I got a lot of stuff to do today. Hello. We are now starting section 3 of this episode of me doing a 72-hour fast. So, as we all know, it's kind of a theme in these episodes that I'm not very good at planning things ahead of time. So we're currently sitting in the parking lot at the grocery store, where I'm going to run inside and grab the electrolytes and chicken broth that I need for the next 2 days. So I'm going to get 64 ounces of electrolytes, 64 ounces of chicken broth. That way I keep my fluid intake, some vitamins in my system, as well as keep my electrolyte count up, on top of drinking water and tea in the morning. We're going to go do that. I just got back from the gym, so I got a good workout. We're 2 hours past when I normally eat lunch. Really had no issues with hunger or anything, which that might change after I walk through a grocery store. But so far I'm feeling good. Mind's good, body's good. I'll probably check back in with you guys around 5 or 6 o'clock.
Hey everybody, it's about 7 p.m. on Monday night, August 10th. So we're 27 hours into the fast, and it is dinner time. So I have about 20 ounces of chicken broth here. There's 12 more in the container that I'll also drink for dinner. That way I keep my salts and fluids and electrolytes up, and it also breaks up the monotony of drinking water the whole time. So I'm gonna have dinner here. To give an update on how I'm feeling currently, this is the third time that I've done this year. I did one in Q1, one in Q2, one in Q3, and I'll obviously do one in Q4 to do the 4 that I said I was going to do. I feel totally fine. Like, I've had no issues at all today when it comes to energy, strength, like focus. I've had no issues with anything when it comes to that. Obviously, the first 24 hours are the easiest. Actually, that's not true, because you seem to be hungry. Like, tomorrow I won't be hungry at all. Even though so far today, outside of going to the grocery store, I have really had no issues when it comes to hunger and like caving and wanting to eat something. So far we're 26 hours in, and I feel great. I'm ready to rock and roll. And I'll probably meet you guys back in the morning to see how I'm feeling when I wake up. Good morning. It is Tuesday, August 11th. It's about 8 a.m. in the morning. Same as yesterday. I started my day with about a 2-mile hike up to the Hawes Creek overlook, and I'll show you guys the view in a second here. This morning I woke up feeling pretty good. I actually have a sty in the very inside of my eye right here, so that's about the worst thing that I'm feeling health-wise. Other than that, on my hike up here, it's a pretty aggressive mile up. It's probably 600 feet in elevation gain over a mile, so that's rather aggressive.
So usually on a day-to-day where I normally do this hike, I'm pretty out of breath when I get up here, but I did notice a little bit of sluggishness and shortness of breath getting up here, as well as I want to comment on one thing. It's middle of August down here in Asheville, and it is peak big spider season. So in spring, we have early season spider season where all the eggs hatch, and then there's like one strand of a tiny spider web that you walk through when you're on a trail, where this is probably one of the most used trails in Asheville that I was hiking on today. The amount of spider webs that I walk through or I have walked through in the past 2 weeks is absolutely ridiculous. Like the Mountain to Sea Trail is halfway or half of the trail that I used to get up to this overlook, and I probably ate 10 spider webs in the mile hike up here. And I'm not talking about like a little spider web. Like I'm talking about the brace to hold up the actual web is probably 6 to 8 feet across, and then the webbing, like if you're good, like my space, like my hand, probably a good 2.5 to 3 foot circle. And unless if the sun's shining on them right, you just eat them. And then you gotta find the spider on you and kill it, or it repels off you like somebody that's rope swinging. So that's pretty much the most unfortunate part of my life right now is I'm sick of walking through spider webs, but that's part of being out in the woods. So that's pretty much it. I'm gonna have another pretty normal day. I'm gonna drink my tea, look at the view as I explained it on the other side of here. Yeah, I'll probably go back. I gotta start work at 9. I'll work until my lunch break, go hit the gym, and then same thing as yesterday. Probably work in the afternoon, and then I have nothing planned tonight. So we're gonna keep it moving, but all spirits are high, all hopes are high, and we're past the halfway point. So we're on the back end of this thing. All right, as I noted, this is the view from the Haw Creek overlook. There's a little rock outcropping above the overlook. That's actually what I hiked up to. From this view, you can see down into the neighborhood of Haw Creek, which has about 8,000 residents, I believe. I don't know what any of the mountains are called on the other side of this ridge. None of them are too prominent. If you look out to it would be middle left of the screen, that is the Pisgah National Forest and the Pisgah Mountain Range. You can't actually see Mount Pisgah today because there's some cloud cover over it, but I guess the Mountain to Sea Trail and the Blue Ridge Parkway run through the valley of Asheville and then climb back up through those mountains on their ride out to Cherokee and then into the Great Smoky Mountain National Park. I spent a lot of time out there in those mountains, and this is my favorite view in Asheville. I mean, I come up here 2, 3, 4 times a month, so I'd say at least twice a month, and then sometimes there's stretches like I've been up here, came up here Thursday, and I'm back up here already just because it's peaceful, it's quiet, the wind's usually not too bad up here, and there's a beautiful view that's a 5-minute drive from my apartment. So yeah, that's the view we got. I'm gonna enjoy this for a little bit more, and then I gotta go back. I gotta get to work.
Good evening. It is about 6:30 on April 11th, 2026. So that means we're about an hour and 30 minutes past the 48-hour mark of the 72-hour fast. I did have one hiccup today around 11 o'clock. That was the first time where I was really struggling with being hungry. And so I just went to the gym, worked out, got my lift in for the day around my lunch break per normal. By the time I was done working out, that hunger stretch subsided and we're good to go again. Similar thing happened around 5 o'clock. I mean, I was on a business call, so I was kind of wrapped up in some things, but I thought after I got done with work today, which is around 20 minutes ago, I was run up to the parkway, sit. You can actually see it over to this side over here. It's the rain all pushed to the south. So I got up here and I'm about a half mile north of where it's raining currently, where I live down in the valley. So that's a nice break that I don't have to sit in the rain. And if I would have left 10 minutes later, I probably would not have left because it would have been raining out and I would have been like, oh, that's not worth it to go up here. One thing I want to make a note of at the 48-hour mark is the first 2 times that I did this fast this year, I was struck or suffered with severe headaches throughout the fast. I believe that comes from me being hungry and my body telling me that I need to eat. I think with this being the 3rd time I've done this, my body kind of knows what's going on in the routine and stuff. And those headaches haven't been nearly as bad, or for most of the day I haven't had any headache at all.
So I think my body's kind of getting used to this routine of doing a 72-hour fast, and it's responding better than it did the first or the second time that I've done this, which is to be expected. I hiked 2.5 miles this morning, got my workout in, body levels feel normal. I feel nice, tight, and thin, which is nice. Other than that, I've had no issues mentally, no issues physically. I mean, I am hungry, but I mean, we're almost to the finish line now. I mean, if you think about it, I'm going to sleep tonight, and then we're going to be within the 12-hour mark by the time I wake up tomorrow. So we're on the start to the home stretch here on the third 72-hour fast of the year, and I'm going to sit up here. I'm going to continue to watch it rain to the south. I'm going to do my yoga up here and enjoy myself a little bit, and then I'll go back, and I don't know what I'm going to do tonight. Probably keep my mind or my body busy so that I can't sit there and think about how I want to eat something. I'll catch you guys again in the morning. Hope you're enjoying this and hope you're being inspired to do it yourself, because I think everybody should be doing things like this to better understand how their body works and operates, and finding better ways to be healthy about their portion control and food management and stuff like that. But I'll see you guys probably either later tonight or tomorrow morning, and then we'll get this show on the road and get her finished tomorrow. I look forward to having a meal.
Good morning. It is the morning of Wednesday, August 12th, 2026. With that being said, we are into the final day of the fast. So it is currently 8:15 in the morning, meaning we are within 9 hours of 5 p.m., which is the time that I can start to eat again. I woke up this morning with a super aggressive headache, the ones that I mentioned last night when it comes to fasting. Once I was up and moving around, I didn't really have any issues, and it hasn't fully subsided, but it's not bad enough where it's going to deter my efforts today. I'm just now returned from my 2-mile hike this morning, meaning over the cycle of my fast, I hiked 7.2 miles. Really, the only difference I've noticed through the mileage was a little shortness of breath on the more aggressive vertical zones. But when it came to speed, effort, and overall ability, there's really nothing lacking in the last couple miles that I thought would drag on. But I feel good. I'm ready to get the day going. I'm going to try and stay super busy today to keep things going, keep the time moving, and then I'll reach you guys back around noon to kind of update you, because it's leg day. So I'm a little worried about doing legs with no energy and no food in me. So I'll keep you updated. I'll get you updated after that, and then we'll have one more segment when I eat this evening, and then I'll conclude the video. I am back from my lunchtime gym trip. Today was legs day, and let's just say I hit the wall. When it came to squatting, it was really hard to get that weight up, especially in that last set of 6. But I was able to get it done, and it was still a good workout. But especially my lower half, my legs, I have hit the wall in my body where I'm reaching exhaustion, and I need to fill myself with substance, hopefully soon. That way I can get back to a normal routine and start to build this energy level back up. That's really all the update I had for lunch. Was we're at the 1 p.m. mark, and we have 4 hours to go. So now we're at the end of the line. We're at the last turn. We're heading down the end of the racetrack. And I'm looking forward to 5 o'clock so I can break my fast, and then pretty much at 5 I'm going to sit down, I'll do a video, show you guys what I'm going to eat to break my fast, why I'm doing that, and then that'll conclude the video. I hope you guys enjoyed this experience, and I recommend starting with a 24 or 48 hour fast yourself and then working your way up to this, but it definitely has very beneficial features to it. So, bye. Hello everybody. It is 5:10 p.m. on August 12th, which means I have successfully completed my 72-hour fast. I have not had food in exactly 72 hours from now, so I'm clean to eat and good to go. I want to give a little recap on how I'm feeling, because I mean the whole point of this was for me to feel better. So I have a really bad issue with binging, and that is with everything I do in life. I have a very hard time pacing myself when it comes to things. So the fast is a good way for me to reset my diet, reset my mind, my body, pretty much reset everything. And when it comes to how I'm feeling, like, I feel awesome. I feel like I'm connected mentally, physically, and I just accomplished a rather good feat, I believe. So all in all, I feel incredible. I feel super healthy, and I'm excited that this is over, but it was a good experience. I think it made me better as a human being, and that's the whole goal of all these challenges I give myself every year anyways. So I'm going to show you my dinner. We got a banana, We got some fruit. We got some fruit. We got some yogurt, and then we have steamed carrots, and then spinach and scrambled eggs and with spinach in it. And that is going to round out my first meal back into reality. I probably won't be able to eat all of this, but it's all healthy food. It's all soft and easy to digest, so it doesn't hurt my stomach. But that's going to be it for it. Thank you for tuning in, and I'm super hungry, so I'm going to shut up. I love you. Bye.